thousands of varieties of dates grown all around the world. One of those places is Central Australia. This is Tamara Farm, located about an hour south of Alice Springs, perched almost on the edge of the Simpson Desert. I'm visiting Ella, Chris and Ben, a group of new farmers who've recently taken on the challenge of managing this place. How big is this plantation?
Well, the plantation itself is about 6 hectares.
And how many trees?
There's about 750 palms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a fair few. The first trees were planted in 1991, stage 1, and it goes right through up to, I think, stage 8. That would have been planted probably in the late 90s.
How hot does it get in summer?
Well, it gets pretty hot, regularly over 40. It gets sort of 45, 46 on a hot day.
And you also get frost too, don't you?
Yeah, we had frost this morning.
Dates obviously grow well here.
Yeah.
Do they need to be irrigated to fruit?
Yes, they do. So in summer, we put about 300 litres per tree per day on the trees. So they need quite a lot of water if you want to get a crop.
Now, this looks spectacular. I never knew there were so many different dates. What have we got here, Ella?
So this is 8 of the 12 varieties we have on the farm. We have Medjool over here, followed by Barhee. At the back here, this is Thoory. These guys are Khalas. And then we have Thoory, Deglet Noor, Zahidi, Bou Strami, and right on the end is Halawi.
Now, all these different varieties, what are your favourites?
I think probably my favourites are the Barhee because I think they're extra delicious and caramelly.
Can we have a taste?
Absolutely. Try one of the Barhee. They're awesome.
They're so soft.
They're incredibly soft
Beautiful.
and sweet. Yeah. They're quite different to these ones, the Thoory. They're a chewier variety. So, yeah, try one of those. You sort of have to crunch them with your back teeth. A bit harder, but they'll taste great.
Oh, yum. What maintenance is needed to keep these date palms healthy?
Well, an annual prune is good to de-thorn all the new growth so we can actually go into the palm to do our work. We need to have good airflow, so we need to remove all the old growth, and we need to remove all the old flowers so the new flowers can come through. That's the main thing.
Chris, what's your favourite activity to do on the farm?
One of my favourite ones is the mulching. The mulch acts as a big sponge. It absorbs the water as well, and it slowly releases that into the soil, and it stops the water blowing away with the breeze that we constantly get through here.
Palms are ancient plants, and they're interesting because they're dioecious, meaning they have separate male and female plants. Now, how does that work with pollination? Because in nature they'd be wind pollinated, wouldn't they?
That's right. But we collect the pollen from the male palms and we put it into one of these devices. Obviously we have no flowers at the moment. That comes a little bit later in the year. But if we did and the conditions were right, so over 28 degrees, relatively still, what we would do is poke this very long pole up into the female flower, and then we blow down this tube and it blows the pollen up into the flower.
So you do that for every bunch of flowers?
Every flower, yeah.
Wow.
And it has to be at just the right time. If you do it too early or too late, then the flowers won't set and you won't get good fruit. They're a really incredible plant. They're very hardy and there's so much you can do with the fruit, which we're just starting to have time to do now.